Good morning, team. I do have the whiteboard back, Robro, which is a good thing. Very good thing. Um, uh, right. Just checking all our stuff. Looks good. Um, I've got a very sick young lad. So I'm running on about 2 hours of sleep last night. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do this with you today. He's coughing away like, mate, yeah, doesn't sound great. Um, but I'll explain everything here so that we've got everybody on the same page. And this is one, yeah, it would be lovely for me to be there, motivating to be able to give you the tips and the insights. Okay, but I'll explain what this session is about. Okay, this session is about a little bit of comfortability. Okay, comfortable being uncomfortable. I know I always say it, and it is definitely one of the things that you have to learn about while you're on the rowing machine. And so, what we do in this session today is that obviously, if you've got a if you've got a target split in your mind that you want to hit, okay, for the 4 minute, because that's what we're sort of working towards, right? Being comfortable with a time, with a target that you want to go towards, and so this is really about just uh, getting into a place where you can be comfortable with the freedom of your stroke, with the movement of it, but also be comfortable in finding the balance between your power and your rating. Okay. Because ultimately, 4 minutes is just pushing over the sprint distance, right? It's not a let's use track and field. It's not an 800. It's that 1500 distance where you can't just sprint it out like from the word go and go hard. You've got to find a place where you're really comfortable with the movement and the speed and the freedom of your stroke. So what we do in this session today is we've got 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off. Okay, there's seven of them. And the idea, if you have a look down here, is that we're going to start off at, so if you've got a target pace, right, and I'll use the easiest round number, which is a 2 minute split. If you're going for a 2 minute split, this one's going to be at 210. Okay. Then this one's going to be 208, 206, 204, 202, and then we're going to hit the 2 minutes and the 2 minutes there. Okay. So the idea is that have a decent warm up. Okay. Warm up for 5-10 minutes, get into a rhythm, get the rating up as well, because ultimately we're all slightly different. Okay, but we have to figure out what the ratings are going to be as we go through here. Now I know it's quite a an individualized thing, is the rating. So what you need to try and figure out is that this one here, and I'll just use some round numbers here, this one here might be at 26, but this one here might be at 30, or it might be at 32. Okay. And that's all dictated because of this balance of power versus stroke rate. Okay. But what we're trying to figure out as well today while we're doing it is how can we move quickly and how can we be really efficient with trying to keep this flywheel spinning? Okay. Because ultimately, when we start off with the first one, we're going to start from that start. We're going to get the machine rolling. We're going to tap it along. We're going to get the speed going, tap it up to the speed. Okay. And then it's just about moving. And one thing I'll say is that you're probably better off to move just a little bit more free. Okay. Now, it's a difficult thing to explain, but move freer than think, oh, actually, I can do this at a 24 rating. I can keep the rating quite low and this type of thing. Because what we're trying to do is we're just trying to make it as easy as possible on ourselves. Okay. So we all know that if we speed up that stroke rate and the number of strokes that we do and the movement speed that we've got, it's a lot easier and freer. Okay. So as we go through here, there's no ratings on here because, as I said, it's all up to you. So really get an idea about what you're feeling. Okay. How easy does this feel? How easy is this movement? Now, you've got 2 minutes off in between each piece. Okay. So there's plenty of time to recover. And you'll come off one. You'll start in the last four are your ones where you're starting to get under that stress. Okay. And especially into these last two. Now, remember, when we get up into these last three, don't sprint it to the finish. Okay. I want you to be consistent as you go through. I want you to get that speed going. I want you to tap it along. Your whole thought process should be around this tap it, tap it, tap it. Because what we're trying to do with this week is get into that comfortable rhythm. Okay. Because what we need to work on is the let's say the middle half of our race. Okay, so in 4 minutes, the first minute takes care of itself. Okay, the second and the third minute are the space where we have to keep this rhythm going, the freedom. Because if we tie up, if we start getting tense, okay, we're going to lose speed. It's going to get really, really difficult. Okay, and the last minute will take care of itself. Okay, but if we don't work on this part here, which is that middle 2 minutes of our piece, we're either going to die or we're not going to quite get to where we perceive we could be. Okay. And so that's really the important parts and aspect of what this session is about. It's about that middle 2 minutes of our 4 minute piece. Okay. So good warm up, get into the rhythm, focus on how easy you can pick up the front of the stroke. Keep focusing on that technique in terms of really trying to get that drive of the body through the middle of the stroke. Okay. So really nice push, send that body back. And just remember, be nice and relaxed with the hands coming into the body, round the body, brush that body. Okay. So remember that. Okay. Just picking up the speed of the flywheel, brush the body with the hands, be as relaxed as we can on the way forward to that natural compression point. Okay, and allow that rhythm and speed around the finish to find your rating. Okay, through these sets here. Okay. Um, sorry, I've just got to get my boy. Come on, you go back in there, cuz. I'll come and get you in a second. So that's it from me. I've got a young lad who wants my iPad because I've got to go and I've just got to go and get him sorted. Um, thanks, Zach. So you guys nail it. You guys will be fine. Tap it along, do your thing, and really looking forward to getting back with you guys next week. Okay, perfect.